to watch on YouTube, and that is a makeup collection. Now I feel like I kind of hinted and like teased my makeup collection to you when I did my video where I kind of cleaned out all my makeup, but we're going to do the full hog today. I'm going to take you through not only my makeup drawers but every single drawer in my Alex drawers apart from one. Oh well, do you know what, I'll just show you. Basically what I have for my makeup storage is I have 2 of the IKEA Alex 5 drawers, and then I bought a tabletop unit on there to like make it into a desk, so I kind of made my own desk. Basically everybody who enjoys makeup, collects makeup, and who does YouTube has this storage unit, and that's exactly the reason why I got it, because I obviously have been obsessed with YouTube for the longest time and watching makeup influencers, and I saw everybody had these drawers. They are honestly some of the best things for makeup because the drawer density and like the width of the drawers fit perfectly for me and my makeup. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through it, so this can be more of a chatty video than a voiceover, because I want to I feel like if I do it as a voiceover I will forget things that I want to say. Show you guys my makeup desk and everything that is in my makeup drawers, so let's get into it. Right, so when you walk into my room, here's me in my mirror, this is what you see on my desk. So like I said, I have the 2 IKEA Alex 5 drawers. You can see those. We'll get close up to them in a minute. Let me move this back a little bit. Right here. And then my tabletop. Then I have this chair. Now this is from Amazon. I will try to see if I can find the link for it because it is really nice and it's really cheap. And then we obviously have my desktop, so let's start here, shall we? So right in the corner, this is kind of like the setup what I have that you kind of see in my YouTube videos. So I have this like a tin H kind of thing and a little plant, and then I have this little copper basket. Can you see why does my finger look like ET? What I have is I have this copper basket here which holds in all of my kind of like day-to-day palettes which I reach for the most. So like the classics is the Morphe James Charles palette, got the Morphe Hit the Lights palette, got a couple of NYX palettes which I don't really reach for that much, this Beauty Bay Origin palette. This palette is so beautiful. It's great for an everyday. Then we have the Morphe 25L palette, Jaclyn Hill palette. Then this is my favourite palette at the moment. I keep hitting that thing on my wall, that's really annoying, sorry. This is the Morphe 35i palette, so beautiful. Then I have just some more Morphe palettes. This is one of my favourites, the Kaylee Sosu Urban Bible palette. This is very well loved. Got a Huda Beauty palette in here. We've got my first Jeffree Star palette, which is Mini Breaker. So beautiful. And then I just have my MAC blush palette, my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which is another favourite. If you want to see a first impressions, that is on my channel. I will leave it linked below for you. And then I have my Illamasqua palette. Then moving just this way, we have this mirror which is from number 7. It does light up, but because I have my ring light on so much I feel like I don't need it lit up, and I like to be able to move it around, so I don't plug it in anymore. Then we have my mirror. This is a marble mirror, hopefully you can see that in the light. This is from Home Bargains. It was really cheap and I love it. So this is the second section of my makeup desk. I've got a cup of tea. Here is all of my favourite kind of like higher end lipsticks. So I have a row of MAC at the front. My favourites are Modesty, Velvet Teddy, probably my all-time favourite, as you can see by how small the bullet is. And then another classic is Ruby Woo. Then the row up I have 4 YSL lipsticks. My favourite one is number 13. Look at that colour, it's so beautiful. And this formula, the Rouge Pure Couture I think they're called, they honestly are the most like moisturising lipstick ever. I have a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, this is in the shade Penelope Pink. I've got a NARS lipstick, got a couple of Urban Decay ones. I love this one, this is 1993, if I can get it off. It's this really pretty like dark retro kind of brown colour. And I have a row of my favourite Jeffree Star liquid lips. My favourite is Mannequin, which is this one right here. I have it. This is also Mannequin, but it's basically run out, so I do need to, once I've used the little mini one, I need to order another one. Another colour which I love is Butt Naked, which is from his summer 2018 collection, I believe. I love this is an ombre lip. Then back here, this is where I keep all of my scrunchies. And if you're wondering what the holder is for this, this is literally just like a clear Muji container that I had that I wasn't using, so I decided to put all my scrunchies on there. So I basically, how I categorise my brushes is this pot is the James Charles like big pot, so this has got all my Morphe brushes in it. Then this has got all of my non-Morphe brushes in the smaller pot because I have both of his collections. So that is basically how I like choose like what the pots go in, and it's kind of a bit of a free-for-all. The brushes really need cleaning, just don't pay any attention to those. Then I just have my favourite moisturiser. I like to use this in the morning, so I like to keep it on my desk so I remember to put it on before I put makeup on. This is by Clinique, it's the Moisture Surge one, and it's really good. Right, so I'm going to start on this side of my drawers, and this is the eye drawer. There we go. Right, so basically what I have in my eye drawer is I have this first section which has all of my all of the brow products here. So I literally just use the same products every single day, which includes the MAC Charcoal Brown eyeshadow and Soap Brow. And then I have all my mascaras in here and my Shimura eyelash curlers. Then in this little pot here, what I have is all of my eyeliners. So this is liquid and kohl liners. I've got a gel liner in here. Some of my favourites are the Kiko Smart liners. These are really beautiful. And then my favourite liquid liner at the moment is by Ciate. It's the Stamp and Drag. I don't use the stamp side, I just use the drag side because it's really pigmented. I'll bring closer so you can see. In here I keep all of my glitter liners, which include the Too Faced Glitter Pop. These are the most pigmented glitter liners. You need them, honestly, they're so good. And then I have all my P. Louise bases in here. So over here what I have is I have some of the Primark glitters, and I also have some of the Stila glitters, which I really like. I've got some of my MAC pigments here. I've got a glitter from Makeup Revolution. This glitter from MAC is in bronze. Honestly, this glitter is so beautiful. If we go to the back of the drawer, just over here is I have all of my ColourPop's singles. So I have a lot of like the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collections. I don't really use these anymore, but I still like to have them. And then I have a MAC Pressed Pigment. This is in Moth. This is so beautiful, but they discontinued it, so I'm like really sparing with it because I know I'm not going to be able to get another one of these. Then I have a palette up the corner. This is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is very well loved and it stays in this drawer, so it's easy for me to get to. Then what we have at the back is this little box which has all of my like smaller palettes in. So I have like the Huda Beauty Ruby, Amethyst and Sapphire Obsessions. We have Kat Von D. Another good palette for like travelling is the Naked Petite Heat. Some sleek palettes. I've got a NYX palette. This Style palette is really beautiful. The shades in here. It's a really nice like pinky palette. That drawer. The next drawer is lashes. This is my lash drawer and I'm very happy with how it's organised at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. So I just have a little like pot right at the front, which is where I keep all of my lash glue and my tweezers and all that kind of thing that I would need for lash application. I then have all of my lashes that are like kind of like my day-to-day, well my favourite lashes are at the front right here. So I have a lot of Glamify lashes. We have my beloved Coco and Class Dolly Lash. These are just beautiful. What else do we have? We've got some Fern McCann lashes. I used to love those. Got some Just Right lashes. Then in this little pot down there, we have all of my individual lashes. So there's some Primark ones in here. There's some Natural Lash ones. I then have my Kiss lashes down here because these are literally my favourite. They're what I'm wearing at the moment. There's only like one set in here. There's normally two. And if you're wondering where these squishy pots come from, they're all from Home Bargains and they come in like a set of like 6, I believe, for like £2.50. Right, so the next drawer is kind of like my overfill drawer for all my eyeshadow palettes. We have the beloved Jeffree Star Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette in here. I have this, just look at it. I have this in here because there's literally nowhere else it will fit. It won't fit on my desktop. I then have the 3 Beauty Bay Jordan Lipscomb palettes. So we have Trooper, Onyx and Fuego. We have a couple of Juvia's Place palettes. I have this palette, which is my first proper kind of like palette I bought as like a collector. This is the limited edition Alice in Wonderland palette by Urban Decay. So when you open it, it's got a quote on the front and then you pop this open and there's a butterfly in the middle and then you pull this section out and that is where the eyeshadow palette is. It's so insane, and I bought this palette more as like a collection item than anything because Alice in Wonderland has been my favourite movie. Like honestly, since I was a little kid, it was my favourite Disney movie, and Urban Decay was one of my favourite brands at the time. So when they did this, I bought this for myself as like a little birthday present, and I have loved it, but I very rarely use it. Then right at the front here we have Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, Urban Decay palettes. So I have Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3, a couple of Too Faced palettes, Revolution palettes, so I've got the Fire palette, there's a Nip and Fab palette, I've got a Topshop palette, I've got this Charlotte Tilbury palette, which is very much loved, and then these are all Revolution palettes up the corner. Right, the next drawer is kind of my glitter drawer. So this is my glitter and face paint drawer. So what I have is I have all of like my loose kind of like pigments and stuff in here. A lot of these are like JLK neon pigments, and I've got some Snazaroo glitter pigments in there in this little container here. These are all of my NYX glitters, and I've got some neon paints in here. Then up this corner I have some little gems that I like to pop on for eye looks. And then I have all of my glitters. So these are like my more neutral colours with oranges. I've got some more golds in there. And then we have the greens and the pink. At the back I just have this pouch which has all of my Snazaroo watercolour paints in, and then at the back I have anything like pearls and diamonds and stuff that are like on sheets and like stickers and stuff to draw. So we're not going to look in here for very long, but this basically just has like wipes, mirror, you know, bits for my kit, all that in there. So we're not going to look in there. Right, now moving on to the second side. This like base drawer. Basically in the front what I have is I have all of my foundations. These clear drawers are all from Muji. Some of my favourite foundations are by The Ordinary, such as this one. This is the Coverage Foundation. I also love the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Foundation. We then have my concealers in here. Some of my favourites. I love the Jeffree Star concealer, but it is a little bit expensive, which is a little bit annoying. And then we have the Revolution concealers. These are great. They do run out quite quickly though. Then at the back I have this section which has all of primers in it. Let me bring you a little bit closer. Here's some of my primers. So I have this Fig and Rouge one. I love Max Strobe Cream. This is a new one to the collection by Ordinary. And here is like cream contour, like stick contour and highlights and stuff like that. So I have this MAC one. This is my favourite. It's this Studio Fix foundation stick in NC50. I love it for a contour. And in this section here I have like liquid highlights and blushes. So I have my MUA liquid blushes. I love this. This is Misty Rose. And then I have Taupe Tango, and they're beautiful on the cheeks. Then I have the Cover FX little highlighter drops. I love this. And I have a Kiko one. I have all my sponges. So I have a Juno & Co sponge. This is very new to the collection. And then I have my Morphe sponges. So I love these ones. The little baby ones. And we have some of the Jeffree Star ones. This is a Profusion, I believe. And I really like this. And then I just have some setting sprays. I also have some like little mats for putting down before you do your makeup. I have the Iconic Prep Set Glow here. We have the Morphe Refresh and Set Mist. What else have we got? Got a Candy Cosmetics Pre-Glow scent and a Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. Then into drawer number 2 of my kind of like powder products for my face in, I suppose. So you can see right in this far corner I have some highlighter palettes. So I have the Be Perfect Sub-Zero palette and the Jeffree Star Platinum Ice palette. I then have a couple of the Misguided palettes. Glow Bar is my favourite highlighter. Look at that. That shade, Call My Buff, Misguided, please make this again. In the front I just have a RMCA powder. This is my favourite powder. Here is where I keep my Clinique blushes. So I have the Cheek Pop blushes. I love these. I have Pink Pop, Rosy Pop and Berry Pop. These are really beautiful blushes. In this section here, what we have is we have some more highlights. So I have this Kiko one, which is really beautiful. It's like a reflect kind of colour one. Then in this section here, this is my favourite for like when I'm doing like a proper Instagram glam. This is by Obsession Cosmetics and it's so pigmented. Favourites is by MAC and it's soft and gentle. This is just a classic. Then I have a couple of Jeffree Star highlights. I have Nefri and Peach Goddess. Look at that. I then just have my bronzers in this corner. I love this bronzer, it's by Kiko. Can you tell that I like it? Some more blushes here. This one I love, I got this on holiday. And this is by Kiko, it's the Radiance blusher, so beautiful. I have this Naked Flush palette, this is in Streak. I've started using this a lot more recently, I love this. I've got a Sleek highlighter palette in Solstice. This was really raved about a couple of years ago and it's so good. Right, so next up we have one of my favourite drawers, and that is the lip drawer. Now you kind of saw me organise this in my organisation video, but this drawer just works so much better now how it's organised. So basically I have all my lip liners in this corner, and then I have some of my more like expensive brand lipsticks up here. So I have some more Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, I've got a couple more MAC ones. Then I have these lip crayons. I have, most of these are Kiko or Colourpop. Some lip glosses in here. My favourite lip glosses are by Jeffree Star. This colour is so beautiful, and I also really love the MAC lip glasses. This is in the shade Fashion Punch, and it's so beautiful. I have a Fenty Beauty gloss here in Sweet Mouth as well, and this is really lovely. I have all my Paw lip tints here. Then here are all of my NYX liquid lipsticks. So I have the metallic ones, I've got the lip lingeries and the liquid suedes. I've got them all in the mini form, and I've got pretty much all of the collection. Right, so my battery just died, so I've just had to kind of sit around and wait for my battery to charge up again. But we will get back to where we left. So I feel like I last talked about these. These are the Makeup Revolution Soph lipsticks. This is in the shade Syrup, and then this one is in the shade Cake. These are really nice, affordable bullet lipsticks if you're looking for some, and I feel like these are a really good dupe for the MAC lipsticks. Some Kiko lipsticks in here. This is one of my favourite ones. It's a matte lipstick in Free Soul. It's a really pretty matte shade. And then I do have I have liquid lipsticks over here. My liquid lipsticks in this kind of tray at the back. So I have over here all of my like reds, burgundies. So I have quite a lot of Kat Von D ones. I have a Huda Beauty one. This is in Cheerleader. It's my favourite matte red. Honestly, so beautiful. There's a couple of NYX ones. This is like a cool one. It's got like glitter in it, and you can see it more when it's on your lips. I don't think you'll be able to see the glitter particles in it, but it's got like gold glitter in it. This is another favourite. This is a Line and Load by NYX. This is so beautiful. This colour, Ride or Die, is honestly the most beautiful, like burnt red. And then in this section, this is where all of my nude liquid lipsticks are. So I have, this is what I'm wearing today. It's by Kylie and it's in Dolce K. I have a couple of Huda Beauty ones. This is in the shade Girlfriend, my favourite nude lip. I've got a Misguided one. There's a couple of Kiko ones here. I really like these because I love the clear glosses on the end. And then there's more Kat Von D. There's a lip lingerie by NYX under here. Another Huda Beauty, another Kylie. They just kind of all sit in here, and I just kind of grab them as I want them. Drawer and go down into the hair drawer. Right, so this is my hair drawer. So I basically have these two like white bins that kind of separate things off. So this stuff at the back is all stuff which I use if I'm going to do hair ups on other people. So I have all my stuff from like my wholesalers and stuff. So I just keep it in here, so then if I need it, I can then just like put it in my kit, because I don't need it all the time, if you know what I mean. And then here is like my day-to-day stuff. So I have, in this little pot, I have all of like my separators and bobby pins and stuff. Here I have all of my like cool looking clips, like my fancy clips, which I love. I then have just some like obviously like clear elastics, and then in that box down there I have all my hair bands. I then have just some like, you know, like little combs in here, and I've got all my hair oils and stuff in there. I then have my John Frieda Frizz Ease serum, which I love. I've got dry shampoo down there. That is my John Frieda Detox and Repair Heat Protectant Spray. Love this stuff. Really nice. And then I just have a couple of hairsprays. The Silhouette one back there is literally the best hairspray. And then I have my hairbrush, which is a wet brush, and I love these. They're so good at getting knocked out of your hair. Now this drawer, I've got something stuck behind this drawer because that's as far as it shuts. Like, it won't shut anymore. So I need to get my dad to look at that. But this is like a drawer I don't really use. I've got some nail varnish down here, but because I now have like a gel machine, I don't use like normal nail varnish at all. So those don't really get used, but they're there if I want them. And then I have some like special effects stuff, so I've got like some fake blood and stuff all back here. Then I've got a little kit where I have like kind of like all the stuff that I need to do like a manicure and stuff. And then I have some acetone in here, and I have just some normal nail varnish, and then underneath that I have like a box that's got some like flowers in it and stuff like that, like for like weird makeup looks and stuff. So this drawer doesn't really ever like get used. It's just kind of full of stuff that I don't really use, if you know what I mean. Honestly, I've never talked so much during a video. Sorry about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that video. Obviously, like, makeup is my thing, like it's my passion. The reason that I've got so much makeup is because it's an investment for me, because it's my career. Like, I don't just buy makeup willy-nilly because I want it. Well, I do, but you know what I mean, like I have it so I can do reviews and I can post it on my online, and I can make, you know, I can do different content out of it, and I can use it on other people. So it is more of an investment, like a business investment for me, than just it be a bit of makeup. So that is the reason why I can kind of justify having what I've got. My collection is nowhere the size of a lot of big beauty influencers, but I don't have a small collection. Like I'm kind of in the middle, and it is probably still going to continue to grow and grow and grow because I love makeup, and I hope and think a lot of people who will be watching this video is probably exactly the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to go down there and hit that subscribe button and like this video, that would mean the world to me. If you want to also hit the post notification bell, that will notify you every time that I upload a video. I am currently uploading Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays at 5 PM. So there's plenty of content coming from this channel. So yeah, I will see you very, very soon. Bye.